Hello everyone and welcome to Karen's Creations Scrapbooking Craft Room. So today we are going to make this Christmas greetings card. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Set that aside so we can see it. So what we're going to do is you're going to have all these pieces, okay? All these poinsettia pieces, a little bit of frills, yellow frills, the backing for your sentiment, okay? What I'm gonna do first of all is glue these two pieces together. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of the white. And you can use your tape or your glue bottle. Your glue bottle would work a little better because this is embossed, so it's a little bit rough. Okay, and I'm just going to glue this down and leave a little bit of the red edge all the way around. That popped off, but that's okay. Let's flip it over. Sometimes when you emboss stuff, it cuts it a little bit, so I'm just going to stick that back in. Okay, so we're all good. And now what you're going to do is use your string. We're going to tie the bow at the top first. So you're just going to fold your string in half. And then we're going to take the middle of that string. So there's two lengths on each side. You're just going to take the middle, flip this over, put a little bit of glue on the back, like so. Okay, put this in the middle. So that's the middle of your string, and we're just gonna let that dry for a minute. Make sure your string can open up on either side, because we want the string to show that we have two layers there, okay? So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue there and open up the string. Okay, so now we have our card base and we want it to flip up. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue all the way around the red part. Okay, and we're going to center it onto the white card base. Okay, now we're just going to leave that for a minute to let it dry. We're going to set it aside so that we can shape our flowers, the poinsettias. Okay, so what you need is a spray bottle, just a little bit of water. You need a piece of foam, and a stylus tool if you have one. If you don't have a stylus tool, if you have a pencil with a rounded end, even one with an eraser, you can go around and curl it a bit. Okay, so my stylist does this for me. And you're going to do this with all of the shapes, the petals on the poinsettias. Okay, and you're going to flip them over and you push down on the center. Okay, so I'm going to spritz it just a little bit. We don't want it too wet. Just one spritz will do. just to give it a little wetness. So the sponge, you can use a mouse pad. It's a little bit trickier. Just a thick fun foam, or just something that you have that came in a package. That's a thick piece of foam. That one didn't get curled enough, so I'm just gonna go back. Okay, so we got those ones done. 2 more to go. And then we have our leaves. So our leaves we're going to do a little bit differently. We're still going to spritz them. Just flip them over on the back. We're going to spritz them. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is flip them over to the front, and I'm just going to make a line in the center of it. And then I'm going to flip it back over and curl the edges. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and squish it in the center so it has a little bit of give. Okay, so it gives a vine in the center of your leaf. Oh, I did that backwards. Okay, something like that. And we got 2 more to do. So again, if you don't have a stylus tool, it might be a little hard to do that part of it. So you could use that something with a pointed end, like the top of a pen tip, the lid. It might work. Okay, something just to crease it. So you're just squishing it together. Okay. Okay, so now we can assemble this. We have our Christmas greeting sentiment. Now it's just cut out with a die, and yours is probably peeled off, I can't remember, but mine is just stuck to this piece of paper a little bit. So I have to poke out a few of these sentiments here, or the little hole parts, the holes inside the H and the R and stuff like that. Just give me a sec. And then I'm going to glue this to the white oval. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. If you don't have this type of glue, if you have some white glue, just take a Q-tip and dip it in the glue, and then go over it with a little Q-tip. Okay. I'm just going to put little dabs of glue here if it comes out. Sometimes it gets a little clogged. There we go. Oop. I'm just going to tap this off a little bit. It's a little messy, but that's okay. So now I have my sentiment, and I'm going to stick it in the center. As straight as I possibly can. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue it to the oval. If you have some foam squares in your package, you're more than welcome to pop them up, pop this off. But I'm just going to glue it for today. Okay, and then we have our card base and the string that goes at the top. We're just going to put it across so we know where the string's going to be. And then the sentiment. So I'm just going to put the sentiment as close to the top of the string as I can, because I want enough space for my poinsettia, right? So I want enough space for the poinsettia at the bottom, and I'm just going to turn it that way so the words can be read. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this down. Try to center it. Okay, and I'm going to glue my large poinsettia down, and then another one on top of it, and just alter your petals there. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. One medium one is going to go, the next size down is going to go here. And again, we're altering the petals. So now what I'm going to do is put a couple of leaves in. So I'm going to put these two at the bottom. But we're going, we're going to put these ones in the corners here on each side. Okay, so this one has a medium and a small poinsettia, and this one just has a small one. So we're going to tuck it a little bit under this large poinsettia, and I'm going to put glue along the vine and on the edge. And the same with this side. Okay, and then the next leaf is just going to go on either side like so. And now I can put a small poinsettia on the left side. And I just like to tuck it in there a little bit. It pops up. And then the medium one goes on the right side. So I gotta put this together first because I put glue there. Okay, and now we can tie our bow. And you can move the string on either side here so that you can see the string is double layered. If you need help with your bow, just ask one of the helpers or your parent or whoever's there. Okay, we just have to cut those off. And here's some scissors. My scissors are kind of dull. Okay, so now what we have to do is put our little prills in the center of the poinsettias. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue there. I have a little tray. If you don't have a tray, just use a piece of paper, fold it in half, and so you have a piece of paper that will catch the little prills here. Okay, because you'll have a little bit extra. They kind of go everywhere. Okay, and there you have it. That's your card. If you had some glitter, you could add glitter to it. If you don't, then that's okay too. This is a great Christmas card to give away to someone you love. So take care and have a great day.